and welcome back to Social Contemporaries. Last time we talked about IB and what like ULEN school offered and whatnot. So this time we'll be talking about our IB journey, our experiences, what we liked, what we did not like, and many more. So Akriti, why did you choose IB?
We're starting off at the very beginning. So, I didn't have. Well, I didn't think much when I chose IB. So, Nepalma, teen हुन्छ plus 2 A levels IB. Plus 2 I was not thinking of taking because plus 2 it's I thought of them as a hierarchy like plus 2 त्यसपछि A level त्यसपछि IB. So yeah, the highest would be IB, and plus it's offered by Yulin Snay. I didn't know how the application cycles went for plus two and A levels. It didn't even want to explore. Yulin's just after our grade 10 exams, they just called us into the auditorium, told us about IB, gave us the application form, and that was pretty much why I applied for IB. And yeah, it's a good curriculum. So yeah, there you go, Rico. What about you? Why did you choose IB?
So basically, I wanted to study A levels, but I did not get in the particular school where I wanted to study, and I did not want to study plus two. I don't know why. It's not a diss to plus two, but I did not want to, and I heard a lot about IB because we studied in ULENS, and there were a lot of like talks about IB being such a international and huge curriculum that will be like beneficial for college as well. So that's why I picked IB, chose IB basically.
And considering that you were considering A levels, but you decided to join IB, did you have any expectations? I mean, of course you did, but what were your first impressions?
Basically, my first impression about IB was like it would be easy and we would have like lots of fun, like let's don't say partying but like fun and all, hiking, whatnot, lots of experiences. Yeah, that's what I expected, but it was not that at all.
Well, for me, I honestly did not know what to expect. Like at the very beginning, I honestly did not know what to expect. Coming from grade 10, where I literally did all my assignments like one day before or on the. Okay, so suppose it was one class right now, let's say it was social studies or something, I would be doing that subject's homework like right now. And yeah, that would not be feasible. And I kind of thought it would kind of be on the same caliber. I'm not sure why I thought that. I just thought it would be easy, like all my previous classes were. And honestly, I was not even aware of all the HLs, SLs. I just thought it'd be easy. But again, yeah. Well, that was not the case. Yes.
And what about your like pre-IB experience? Because I did not attend pre-IB.
Yeah, you weren't there. Huh. Anyways, during PIP, I think the first thing that we did was I don't remember the sequence of events, but I do remember that they sent us a schedule of what was going to happen, and it included hikes and talks about gas, what is TOK, and also about what was that? Subject orientations. Yeah, like subject selection and why to choose. Just brief subject briefs, yes. And I think the hikes, they were fun. They were like I mean, they were just about 2 hours long. I think we had two hikes in total. And we just went there, just chilled, and then just ate and came back. That was about it. And we had a wall climbing. Oh, wait, I don't know if the wall climbing was in pre IB or if it was orientation. Are pre IB and orientation different things?
Yeah, I think it's a different thing because I was there in wall climbing. I could not climb the wall.
Yeah, me too. I only went halfway and it was like, I was stuck. I came back. Yeah. Oh, so maybe it's so. Pre-IB. Say, maybe pre-IB was in like the very beginning. I think it was a June, July.
Yeah, it was somewhere
Maybe that.
between June. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that was when they gave us the assignment to complete gas hours. So they gave us a sheet and told us to go volunteer or do anything that pertains to gas, and then just log it in a timetable of sorts. And then we had to submit that by orientation to just show how many hours we'd focused on gas. Did you have that sheet?
Yeah, I had that sheet. Yeah, I think that was during the oh my god, orientation. But I don't know. I think someone sent that sheet on Fiverr, and I downloaded it, and yeah, I think, or you sent it to me. I don't know.
I honestly think I remember this clearly, and it was on the last day of pre-IB that they gave us this schedule, and they said you have 3 months of free time. Complete as many gas hours as you can. And I think I did forward the sheet to you.
Yeah, I think so too. And also, from as you attended pre-IB, you had some like insight about what subjects would be hard and easy. So, and my subject selection bit was like total random because I was like planning to select choose maths HLEE, even though like I suck at maths. I thought it would be easy and all, and at last moment I changed and I switched to maths EISL.
Okay, you think I had it easier, okay? Well, sorry to say, but I was in the same boat as you did, as you were, because okay, you weren't there when teachers gave us the subject briefings, but I was there, and it was so long. There was presentations after presentations. First, there were group presentations of what group one. Okay, maybe like group one consists of this subjects, group two, group three, and so on. And then there were individual subject. I really don't remember what happened by the end of it because when you're listening to something continuously, it just flows over in your head, and you kind of get it, but you don't. So at the last moment, it just yeah, I just went with some random subject combination.
Yeah, me too. I actually thought that English A would be like easy and I would like score six and fives, but yeah, it's actually hard. I don't know why I thought English A would be easy. And I thought maths would be easy. I thought the subject I picked would be easy, and I thought I mean one of my teachers recommended me to take Nepali, and I thought Nepali would be hard because I can't Nepali lekhna. My Nepali grammar is like very shit, so I thought Nepali I would fail, but it was the exact opposite. Nepali is easy.
लिँदा पनि नलिकन एक्सेन्ट हालेर नेपाली इज इजी भन्छ कहिले लिएको चाहिँ छैन क्या यसले
I'm not saying Nepali is easy, but yeah, it's somewhat easy compared to English.
Yeah, well, okay, fine.
Again, in the middle of IB, I switched Maths AI to EASL because I thought it is like more useful for.
I mean, you were planning to study in Canada, right? So I thought they required AA for the subjects you were choosing. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember our mathematics sir was so upset when you decided to change it. He was like, "Oh well, I cannot control that. Yeah, sure, go on, whatever."
Yeah, I know he was upset. He was my favorite teacher. I, I don't know if I regret switching it or not, but yeah, sometimes I do regret. But looking, looking, looking at the universities like where I may or I can anyways may apply. They require AA, so they don't oh my god, they do not require AA, but they recommend you to take AA. So like I think I regret. It's in the middle. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, for me, honestly, I mean, I've talked about this like for the last 2 years about how I regretted not taking maths AA. But then now, come to think of it, I'm on a gap year, right? I know how you and I both know how the last year's application cycle went around. And then talking about this year, right? Canada would not apply to Canada because, first of all, I don't think they give much aid, and that is from my thorough research. I mean, that might be different for some people, or maybe you're just more apt at doing research than I am. But then, yeah, so Canada wouldn't be an option for me anyways. UK, there would be some scholarships, but then the universities that I wanted to apply to did not offer my course, and they would also require Math AA, but then I really don't need to go into that, so that's fine. I think the only part where I regret not taking Maths AA instead of Maths AI is one of like European countries because well European countries I mean the cost of living is high but then tuition rates are low and then well if I'd taken maths AA I would have maybe had more options.
But like I knew like when I was like in Spanish and English A class, I wanted to switch to Nepali and English A because I did not like English A because yeah, English A is like one of the best subjects if you are interested in literature. At the beginning of when IBTP started, at the beginning I thought of like changing from English A to Nepali A because I did not like English in it's not because like it's basically because I'm not interested in literature and I never thought like it was like clear it was about language and literature but yeah considering that I'm dumb and I am not interested in literature I picked English A.
This is the first time that you've officially called yourself dumb, and let me just clarify, you are not dumb. I mean, I kind of get you why you didn't want to do English A. Because well you have to have a lot of like stylistic rhetorical and whatnot devices literary devices and stuff and then you have to read books understand them analyze them like line by line so that's yeah that's kind of hectic and with Nepali we've been doing it all our lives and it is similar to what we did in 910 but just a bit more analytical and since it's our mother tongue it might have been easier but
Yeah, also one of my friends told me to switch. If you are like interested, you should take Nepal because it would be easier. She told me, and I was like, ah, cha, Nepal त कस्तो गाह्रो हुन्छ. I suck at Nepali, but in reality, I suck at English literature. Yeah.
I think you remember मैले त सुरुमा के भनेको थियो भने म त नेपाली र इङ्ग्लिस लिने हो नेपाली लिएर तर्न मार्क्स ल्याउने हो गरेको थिएँ अनि त्यसपछि सब्जेक्ट प्रेजेन्टेसनमा त ऊ भनिदिएर भने नेपाली लियो भने 10 पेज लेख्नुपर्छ 10 पेज लेखेको जम्मा 8 मार्कको हुन्छ भनेपछि मलाई पुगेको हो क्या खासमा साथी.
Yeah, and I was also not there. Like, my initial plan was to take Nepali, and yeah, and they presented like Nepali, we have like so much of workload and you can handle it. In the end, it's not like that, I guess.
I mean, we could have dealt with it if we wanted to, but then we just chose not to. And I think, oh, but we've just gone around like English with Nepali guy, English with Nepali guy, subject selection for like so long. Maybe we should move on to something.
Yeah, let's move on. Who was your favorite teacher?
Wow, you're going into that territory. Hmm. I mean, I like all my teachers, but two of them I like more. I mean, I'm not supposed to say this, but then I like all my teachers, but then I'm just glad for business I switched from one class to the other because she supported me throughout. I gave her quite a headache, but yeah, she supported me throughout, and she's kind of my favorite teacher. But then I also have a couple of other favorites, which include my maths teacher, as I told you earlier, and all of them are pretty. Yeah, well, all my teachers were pretty like on the same base. I like them all equally, but those two teachers that I just mentioned are just a little above. I don't know what to call it, but then above the rest. I'm sure you had your favorite teachers.
I like every teacher from IB, but the one I liked the most, I mean, like as in the teaching and all, was my Spanish teacher. And yeah, also the business teacher. Yeah, they were like very like creative. They gave like I don't know how to say like they gave effort on their work. They pushed you harder to like study, like constantly telling us esto gara, if you do this you'll score better. They were like they were like focused. They want up they wanted to improve us basically.
Yeah, we had so much of work. I mean, some teachers just made it way more easier. I mean, gotta be honest. But then there was still a lot of stress for me. Like the first year was a breeze. I didn't do anything like I didn't take much pressure, and the second year was a breeze until the last 3 months where I just hadn't finished any of my work and just was under a lot of stress. But then I remember you completed all your work on time. But then, I mean,
Uh-huh.
you must have been stressed. How did you deal with the stress and actually finish all the work on time?
I don't think so. You will believe me, but what I did was I slept all the time. I loved sleeping. Like when online classes ended, and the one thing I did was the first thing I did was sleep, and then I ate something, and then I again slept, and during the nighttime I worked. Let's say, yeah. But I think sleep helps you cope with it, or I don't know, like it's just like I give up. I just want to sleep. I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, but you did care and you finished all your work on time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Well, but then that's like the end of second year, Tira Kokura. What about the first year? Were you at all tense? Like, were you at all concerned? I know you were very concerned about which universities you wanted to go into, but then what about the IB academics and stuff?
The first year, I think it was like mostly chill. I did not do anything like. I don't think so. First year was like stressful at all. Like it was like going very smoothly, but like after, let's say after the summer break, the stress started coming in because the workload were heavier, were more. We had to do so many things after the summer break. We had our E's, we had to complete our first draft of our EE gas reflection, I guess. Yeah, I don't think so. First year was like that stressful. It was like basic work first year, I guess.
I still remember I put so much effort in the first year and especially in the first semester, and after that it just kept declining. I don't know why. Maybe I just got tired of like, putting in effort. But then
Yeah, you get tired of working sometimes. It happens.
yeah, well, I just wish I had your work ethic, but no, I don't.
I don't have that work ethics right now, Nita. Right now I'm like very lazy.
अहिले त कुरै छोडिदिए gap year. I mean, 3 महिना त भयो. It's just been 3 months, but we've done so many things. But I still feel like we're lazy, and I don't even want to watch anything. But I want to watch something because I'm bored. But I don't know what to do when I'm bored. You
You
get
do
it?
watch something, nee. You are watching Chinese, nee. I am not even watching anything on it. All I do is sleep, TikTok, and some volunteering work. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know TikTok is such a hype, but I mean, I'm saying it from experience. I'm not just bluffing. I installed it in my phone and I started looking through it, but then and after a while, like after 2 minutes, I was like, meh, what's the use of this? And then I just stopped using it. Yeah, well, controversial standpoint, I guess.
No, if I download TikTok once, I like continuously watch it. Like I continuously watch it till like 5 hours until I'm bored. Literally, I just like swipe, 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 swipe until I'm bored. Until my phone is dead. Also, at some point, I do watch. I'm like so addicted to TikTok.
Maybe that's why my work ethic was different from yours. You can like literally just use one thing or focus on one thing for like, I think it's at 5 hours. Yeah, but I can't. So yeah, I have the attention span of a goldfish. Oh wait, it was a memory of a goldfish. What's it? I don't know. Well, anyways, I have a really bad attention span.
Mm-hmm. And let's leave that topic. That's off topic, anyways. And what was your favorite school food? What do you think about our school food?
I mean, I've been in Newlands for like eternity. Not eternity, but from I've been in there from like kindergarten till IB, so that's literally all my educational life. And I gotta say, the food was better when I was in the very early years, maybe kindergarten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The food was good, but then the population started to increase, and the food quality kind of naturally decreased a bit. But then for IB, I really like this spaghetti for some. Oh no! The spaghetti was like so so, yeah, that was fine. That was pretty okay. But I loved the white Bhutanese. I don't know what it's called. White Bhutanese dal? It's not dal, but I don't know. But then with the cheese and everything, that was so good. And they only served it once.
Yeah, basically. But it was like very spicy. I do remember like it being very, very spicy.
It was spicy. I don't think it was spicy.
It
I
was
don't know.
spicy for me because I can't handle spicy food. No, I eat spicy food, but my stomach cannot handle spicy food. Yeah.
Funny, but see, what was your favorite school food? If
My favorite food was like fries. I loved fries. I did not like fries, chili fries, what they
chip
call, but
chili.
yeah, yeah. I just like the plain fries with the sauce. Yeah, they were soggy and silako pani.
But then it was good nevertheless. So yeah, we kind of gathered what we did in the first IB1 and IB2. But then before we talk about like IB1, we had hikes, right? We talked about hikes in the previous episode too, and the Spirit Week too, and I mean because of that, it's kind of covering pretty much everything. So do we have to go over it
I
again?
don't think so. I think we talked about Spirit Week and hiking, how it was like exhausting, and how like Spirit Week was like fun.
Yeah, and also, do we have our Spring Fest in the first year? We did, right?
I think it was in February. I don't know, it was first year or second year actually. Yeah, it was our first year. Yeah,
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Well, for the Spring Fest, what were you involved in? I think you and I were involved in the same thing, or were we not?
we're involved in like design team. What decoration team? Yeah, we decorated photo booths. And we made flowers, and it was like so fun. So many people came, sang, performed, and Sopna Suman. I don't know what his name is. But yeah, Sopna Suman, I guess. He also performed, and there were like so many people. Yeah, it was like very full. No, the fest was like actually fun.
Yeah, that was actually fun, yeah. I mean, I remember we decorated the entire event, and we even stayed back a couple of times. I think you didn't stay back as long as I did.
Where?
You know, when we were decorating.
No, I did not stay back. I went with one of my friends. She dropped me on the way.
No, no, no. I mean the planning stages.
Oh, no, no, I never stayed back at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, you live quite far away. So yeah, that makes sense. I have to tell you this. Okay. So there were three of us. I mean, me and two of my other friends. And then it was quite late. It was 6, 7, and it was already dark. And then we were about to leave, and before we did, we just went to the washroom to just, wash our hands and just get freshened up. And then on the way out, I just closed the lights, right? Like a normal person would. And then they just went out screaming. Like, literally, they were scared to death because of that. I was just like, huh? But yeah, that was fun. You weren't there to experience it. But wait, weren't you in the basement?
No, I was not. Because I joined the design decoration team late, Nita. I think you guys joined before me, and I joined like 1 week later for the design team because I had nothing else to do.
Well, I cannot say anything but, like, too bad. Too bad. I mean, no, when we had to. Project Week was such a disappointment. We did not have Project Week. Like, literally, right? I think they were like, we're gonna have Project Week next week. This is what you're supposed to do. This is the safety measures. Learn it. And then the next day is school close or something?
Basically, the COVID started, and they were planning to take us for a project week. And how is that even possible? Okay, that they were all bluffing. I knew it. I'm not being rude.
You're so salty.
Yeah, basically that was it. Okay, like COVID started, and they gathered us all in the auditorium, and they told us like, we're doing esto for project week. Are you guys excited? And the next year is like school is closed because of COVID and all, and like these and like I think we went school. I don't know. They and again the school told us like the project week will happen after Dosai or like something, but it did not
Oh
happen.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they are bluffing. I guess, Appa. I'm not saying any.
But the fact that we had planned everything out, what we would do, who we would stay with, and everything, and
Yeah,
then it just turned out to be a big disappointment.
yeah, basically.
Well, anyways, I mean, dear boy, no, and then we just directly went into online school, right?
Yeah, the online school was actually some. No, the online school first year was like very fun. Like I was like very productive in first year, but in second year, like like I used to fall asleep. I never fell asleep, but yeah, I kind of
You
like
were dressed.
yeah, I was drowsy
Yes.
basically.
Yeah, IB1, we did not have much online classes, I think. And then the ones we had, I mean, it was the first time, right? So everyone was like fine with it. But then once IB year 2 rolled around, and then I was literally doing this, let me tell you. So, if classes started at 8, I would roll out of bed at 7:55, brush my teeth, and sit down. And sometimes it would just be roll out of bed and sit down. That was
I
how.
could Yeah, I could like never do that because I at least need half an hour to get ready. Like I at least need it. I don't know. I think because like I wake up, I brush my teeth, and I go and eat, and my eating time is like literally it takes for me to eat a egg bunny, fried egg bunny, it takes like 15 minutes. I don't know how.
Well,
I
you'll never
understood.
choke. That's a guaranteed thing.
Yeah, I'll never choke.
You can have all the time in the world. Just eat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not the one who has to wake up early, so.
Mhm.
And how was the
Yeah,
transition for you? I mean, yeah, IB1 was fine. IB2 was like a bit drowsy, but then from online, physical to online, did you feel like drained out or something?
I think when like the school was like basically when we had our online classes, I thought I would be like less tired because like from my home and from my home to school, like the distance is like so far away. It takes like 1 hour for me to reach Ulands, and like to Danu, Aunu, like it's like so tiring, and I always used to sleep. I know during the beginning of IBDP for a week I slept all okay after I returned from school. But I thought I online wouldn't be like so like on sunny this much tiring, but like online is also tiring. Okay? After online class ended, I slept. It's like same thing for me. I think nothing changed. I think the thing that changed is like online ended at 3:15 and I reached home at 3:15, but in physical school ended at 3:30 and I reached at 5. That's the only
I'm
difference.
glad you had that experience. मेरो लागि त है सुरुमा अनलाइन क्लासेस वर फाइन अब स्कुलमा त भिपिएन हुन्थ्यो के अरे ब्लक गरेको हुन्थ्यो फायरवाल रे वी क्यान वाच एनिथिङ अनि घरमा हुँदा त फ्री क्लास हुँदाखेरि टक्क बिहान 8 बजे उठ्यो फ्री क्लास छ भने यसो एउटा मुभी सकाइदिइहाल्यो 50 मिनटमा अनि त्यसपछि
Mm.
क्लास अटेन्ड गर्न मिल्थ्यो है अनि सो फर्स्ट इयर वाज फन त्यसरी होइन आई वाज लाइक kind of okay with it and then the second year rolled around and we had classes after classes and we had to pay attention to every one of them and there were less free classes and I was just like I was missing the times when we were just gathered around the library just doing nothing and just talking. My eyes were literally always on the screen and it still is and well it's kind of
Yeah.
tiring and well affects health too.
And one thing also, like I for yeah, one thing like I after IB after the completion of IB, I planned to watch like so many series and movies. Now lately, I'm like so lazy to watch them or to watch them also. I don't know why I'm feeling lazy to watch like those like adventurous, exciting series. I don't know. I don't even. अहिले त for me, I don't even want to listen to podcasts that is related to serial killers because I love serial killer. crime related podcasts, but I don't even want to listen to them. I don't know what has happened.
अब त यस्तो हो कि धेरै फ्री टाइम भएपछि त्यस्तै हुन्छ पहिला त होमवर्क हुन्थ्यो कलेज भन्यो क्यास दियो कि अरू काम अनि त्यसपछि अबै अलिकति फ्री टाइम हुन्थ्यो विन्डो अफ फ्री टाइम अनि त्यसपछि यु कुड डु वाट एभर यु वान्ट एन्ड द्याट वाज लाइक फ्रिडम तर अहिले त लिटरली वी हेभ नथिङ टु डु आई मिन इभन इफ यु डु त्यस्तो लामो लाग्दैन टाइम लाग्दैन एन्ड देन we have all day to do it but then I mean if you're doing one thing for like continue okay for example I started watching a Chinese drama right the whole series is gonna be the same theme and it's gonna be kind of similar and it's gonna be kind of cliched and it's just like I need a break when I'm watching like when I finish like 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, literally, I thought I would like Sunny binge watch like every series that I've listed down. I've not even watched a single one. I think I watched Yoga Duita. Then I was like, done, I don't even want to watch. I'll sleep instead.
And online class मलाई यस्तो बानी बिग्रेको छ नि त्यो हाम्रो online class सक्यो होइन and then we had to come give exams or something I know exams भन्दा अगाडि we had a couple of classes too and then I remember like on the first day of going to school I had to wake up at 6:30 because I was a walking student and it takes me about half an hour to reach school and then so I had to get ready too right and then reach my class before 8 and then I had to wake up at 6:30 which I barely did and then I walked up yeah that happened and then I went about the day throughout the day I was feeling fine and then come back home I was so drained out I slept for the entire day I came back I was back home by like 4:30 and then I slept till the next morning that was how tired I was.
School was tiring.
Yeah.
Our like schedule was tiring. We had to like wake up at 6 and like our classes started at 7. Yeah, and we reached home 5, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's exhausting. Our school routine was exhausting, honestly.
Yeah, I can't believe like I'm just finally realizing that it was so exhausting because I'd gotten used to it and it didn't feel exhausting. It felt fine and that I don't know. Well, anyways, why am I ranting about school and blah 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 blah? Anyways, what do you think? You've been in IB for like 2 years and we had both physical and online. What do you think others think of you? I mean, that's not a question to be thought of, but what will you be remembered by? What do you think?
Me, I guess a small girl because I was not the smallest of them all, but I was one of the small kids, one of the small batchmates. So I think they would remember if they had to remember me. I think they would remember me because I was like small, lean, thin thing.
मेरोलाई चाहिँ आई थिङ्क बिजनेसमा धेरै बोल्ने भनेर के अनि म्याथ्स क्लासमा
Yeah, and also like you were one of the like best students in IB. Like, you scored like 40s. Like obviously they will remember you as a top class student.
but I hope they will remember me that is but then honestly at that time सुरुमा when I joined IB I was like 24 is the passing grade if you don't get 24 you'll fail and I was like who can fail when the passing grade is 24 and I know I sound like such an obnoxious person, right? But then, yeah, that I mean, second year last semester, I understood that that can happen to some people when there's a lot of stress. So makes sense.
I also thought like 24 was 8 marks, like 24 though. Probably I also and like is easy score, but it is not easy.
They thought. I just remember the times. Okay, there were so many places like yeah, my school man जान मिल्ने हैन, but we always hung out in the library. Okay, lunchtime, and this was free classes every time. Okay.
Yeah, and the library teacher kicked us out funny so many times because we were like so loud and we were laughing all the time.
Well, that was not Hamidu Zanako fault, okay? We had another friend of your name who just used to laugh out loud, like really loud. Not because of me, not because of you. Maybe because of you, but not because of me.
I don't think so. It's not. I think it's not because of you, but I think I could take some blame because yeah, I'm also loud. That's someday I was like pretty loud. I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was fun. She just kicked us out, and the next minute we were already in the library.
Yeah. And we are again like shouting. We got into trouble without any reasons, honestly.
Yeah, and I don't even. I mean, we used to laugh at the most stupidest things, but that's a good memory. I don't even remember
Yeah, it
what we
was
used to talk
so
about.
fun. Yeah. I used to make like lame jokes and but also you guys used to laugh. My jokes, oh my god, I still can't. Such a lame jokes.
Yeah, we're boy.
And do you have like any interesting stories when you were in IB? Like funny stories, interesting, adventurous, anything?
I have to think about that. Honestly, it's already such a blur, and I should have thought about this before this conversation started, but I forgot. So, I
I
mean,
think
while I'm thinking about it, you just tell me something because I cannot come up with anything like right now.
okay, I think I have one. Like basically we were in a hiking trip and we were walking. And obviously, me and one of my friends like walked like very slow, and you were like, we missed you guys. You were like far ahead from us, and then and at one point, Mora Mirasati were only in to place ma,
You guys
and
were
then
alone in that forest, right?
yeah. Basically, we were alone at that time at that part of the forest, and this but she and we thought we were lost and this but we called someone and then she told are you in like army ko place and we told yeah we and no she asked did you reach the army place or the army place vanda agadi nahi ho bhanyo and we told her like yeah we have not reached the army place but actually we had reached and we were like far ahead from that place and we took a stupid decision and we went into like unsani pure fence pako wired ma we like unsani on that and went and at that point I was like so tired I did not even want to walk and a middle we were like so far ahead from the restricted area at this but she I was like and we had to return back and I was like so tired and I was like, I'm giving up I'm not walking if some animal attacks me I don't care I'll die I was like okay my life's over I don't want to walk anymore and then she insisted me obviously she could not also walk alone in that dark in that forest and I like okay and then we walked and finally, we reached at our campsite. It was like so tiring.
Wait, you
And
guys were in the middle of a restricted part of the jungle, right? How did you get back?
because she called me, because one of our friends told us the army ko match tini pugyo ki pugena. And we thought that restricted part was army ko place. Yeah.
Oh,
And त्यता लेखेको थियो signboardमा it say army को ठाउँ हो भनेर but it had a stop sign होइन and I don't know what got into us and we went there even though there were fences and all protected things हुन्छ नि wires
wow. I don't know
and
how
I
you guys were
remember
so behind. You guys were like
yeah
one of the first people to start hiking.
and we were the one of the last ones to reach
Yes.
and also do you remember
What?
and she was like really crying in the camp and this but I was like I was like I don't care I want to sleep okay I was in that mood okay?
Yeah, you were so tired. You were just like you just stared at your friend who had been with you in the restricted area, and you just stared at her, and you were like kind of sympathetic, and then she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. I'm tired."
Yeah yeah
Your story was so funny. I cannot believe you guys actually voluntarily went into that area thinking our school would lead us there. It's just.
I thought that's like so stupid of us
But at least you got out of it well and safe, so that's nice.
yeah I got to experience something that I did not get
That's for sure.
and can you think of your funny story
Well, I'm pretty sure it does not match up to yours. But well, I was thinking of something, but as I heard your story, I completely forgot about it. Anyways, let me tell you for Diamond Spring Fest, like, okay, this is gonna sound very weird to some people, but let me just tell it. So I, along with one of my other friends, were manning the game station. We had two stalls. I was manning one, and she was manning the other one. And then we just, played and played, and then it was evening, and there was a concert of Swapna Suman, yeah, who I think you mentioned earlier. And then at that time, the game stall would have been closing, so we just closed up, and then instead of going to the concert, we went up. We went to the first floor, collected our things, counted how much money we'd made, and then gave it to the person in charge instead of uh, attending the what was it called? Attending the concert. And that's gonna sound very weird to some people, but we were so content that we didn't even care about the concert going on or who was singing.
The concert was like really good. Why? You
Well,
missed
I
it.
guess we don't care.
Yeah, but you should care. It's like it was like an amazing, amazing, amazing concert. Sorry you missed it.
Yeah, you're defending your idol, but yeah, well, we just didn't go, but we still heard it. Like, yeah, we still heard it. Yeah, and it all went like that. We had those experiences, and we also had like projects like be a consultant where we just gave advice to an value business and upcycle project where we created our own product and then sold it, went through the entire business chain. And then we also had psychology experiments, and we just followed the book told us to. Yeah, what do you? I mean, mhm. Psychology experience was intriguing, I guess. Yeah, it was intriguing, and I mean, you kind of already knew the results, so doing it was kind of pointless. But then it was fun while doing it, and I don't think you got to experience it. But in the first year, I had an English A language and literature teacher who introduced us to the concept of silent party. And before that, I had no idea what a silent party was. I was just like, what? So nobody puts on music and everybody's just swaying to nothing? But then it turns out, do you know what a silent party is? Yeah, I do know. Would you mind entertaining us?
Basically, you put on your headphones and you play music and you groove to it.
Yeah, and it was kind of weird because, well, I think that was a time of Dulce, which is a festival in Nepal, which is an important culture festival in Nepal, and everyone everyone was in their cultural attire, mostly in kurtis and yeah, mostly in kurtis. Just the girls and the guys were not so involved, but yeah, we were swaying around to Western music, and that looked kind of funny, but yeah. Yeah. But it was fun, Olani. Yeah, it was kind of fun. I mean, for others, I don't dance much. I don't really enjoy dancing, so.
Just like that, like our IB journey ended. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot forget that you were separated, but we already talked about that, and I'm not going into it again.
Yeah, and one more thing. What was your grad quote? What did you write on your yearbook?
Uh, what did I write? Well, I took inspiration from the last day of our school. They did not tell us it was the last day, but then we had some potlucks, and at the very end of the day, the school gave us a huge cake, and we ate that. Right? Yeah. And I don't know if
but I kinda knew like that was our last day because no one cuts the cake on second last day, Nika.
Yeah, exactly. And we were also disappointed. But then, I think, and I don't know if it's directly connected to that, but my yearbook quote was late. I still have 1 minute left. So I guess, yeah, well, that directly connected to all my assignments that I had done late. And also, kind of the school's part. I mean, it had 1 day left, but it just decided to shift the day. I don't know if it makes sense, but what was yours?
Oh, mine was like very basic. I forgot my yearbook quote, but I think Why is everything due at 6 p.m. and 11:59 p.m.? Something like that.
Well, we're kind of the same mind because we just talked about assignments, but that
Yeah.
happens after 2 years of IB. We just assignments, projects, everything just jumbled up in my head.
Oh my god, for this episode, I think we have talked more than 30 minutes. I think I should stop now.
Yeah, I think we're well off that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked. I think we talked about our regrets, but maybe could you give some advice to our listeners just to help them through their IB experience?
No, but if you're really interested to study abroad and if you're like really interested in experiencing international education, you should. That's a stupid advice, but yeah, you should consider IB.
Sure, I'll go ahead with my advice then. It's not for me to decide, but then I faced through it. My time management skills are very poor, still are very poor. But then I think if you just, if you just complete work, or not even complete, but if you just start doing work when it is assigned, it'll be a lot more easier to manage your deadlines and the overall stress. Because it is manageable. You just gotta know how to figure your schedule out.
Time
Yeah, and with that,
management is a necessary skill for IB, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but definitely. And plus, you've got to focus on all your college applications for the second year too. But then that's when most of your IB course load will be there, and so it's very
Yeah,
tricky, definitely. But yeah, you just gotta manage yourself well. Just keep calm, and just just struggle through it, and you'll be graduated. You'll be where we are today, graduated and out of the IB curriculum. Unless you take the career plan, but then we'll talk about that later in the next episode.
so with that, we'll be ending this episode and stay tuned for more episodes. Like it will be like more interesting episodes. So bye.
For now.